Cracks in brick, cracks in block, sticking windows or doors. Settling or sinking foundation, it's a fact. Foundation problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call APS.
It's the weather briefing video for Saturday, September 24th, 2022. We'll be mainly dry through this forecast period with a nice taste of the season arriving early next week. However, all eyes will be on the tropics as we'll have a system moving into the Gulf of Mexico by Tuesday morning. Here's what I have for you in today's video. We'll start off with a look at newly named Tropical Storm N. As of 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time on Friday, N was located around 385 miles to the south of Kingston, Jamaica, and was moving to the west-northwest at 12 miles per hour. Maximum sustained winds were at 40 miles per hour at this point, but N is expected to become a Category 3 hurricane before making a forecasted landfall on the Gulf Coast of the Florida Peninsula by Wednesday night. A hurricane watch is up for the Cayman Islands and a tropical storm watch is up for Jamaica. N is expected to produce heavy rainfall and instances of flash flooding and possible mudslides in area of higher terrain, particularly over Jamaica and Cuba. Hurricane conditions are possible in the Cayman Islands by early Monday, with tropical storm conditions possible by late Sunday. Tropical storm conditions are possible in Jamaica on Sunday. Early next week, N is forecast to move near or over western Cuba as a strengthening hurricane and then approach the Florida Peninsula at or near major hurricane strength, with the potential for significant impacts from storm surge, hurricane force winds, and heavy rainfall. We'll get to the rest of the tropics in a little bit. Now let's turn our attention to central Alabama. Today will be a very nice but very warm day across central Alabama with tons of sunshine and very little in the number of clouds. After a nice morning with lows in the lower 50s to the lower 60s, afternoon highs will top out in the mid to upper 80s. On Sunday, a front will move through the area that will bring just enough moisture to destabilize the atmosphere for a few isolated to scattered showers to form during the mid-morning through the afternoon hours. Highs will stay warm as we'll see mid-80s to the lower 90s. Drier air and cooler temperatures will start to filter into the area on Monday, but we'll have to wait one more day for it to feel like true fall. Highs will be throughout the 80s. Tuesday is going to be what you expect to see for fall in central Alabama. Sunny skies with a little breeze at times, highs in the mid-70s to the mid-80s. Wednesday will be much of the same except for even cooler temperatures, highs in the lower 70s to the lower 80s. As you can see, the GFS now has Hurricane N making its final approach to the Gulf Coast of the Florida Peninsula. Thursday is going to be a near exact copy of Wednesday, sunny skies with highs in the mid-70s to the lower 80s. And at the end of the forecast period on Friday, highs will remain in the mid-70s to the lower 80s, but we'll have a few clouds move across the area from the western side of N, and maybe a few showers along the Alabama-Georgia state line. And now for the rest of the tropics. Post-tropical cyclone Fiona continues to race northward at 46 miles per hour and will be moving across the extreme eastern portions of Canada. Winds have dropped down to 105 miles per hour and will continue to weaken over the next 3 to 4 days until dissipation. Hurricane and tropical storm warnings are in effect for much of Atlantic Canada. Large swells generated by Fiona are expected to cause life-threatening surf and rip current conditions along much of the east coast of the United States, the northwestern Bahamas, Bermuda, and the Atlantic Canada coast during the next couple of days. Tropical storm Gaston has winds at 60 miles per hour and is moving to the southwest as of the 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time Friday update. Tropical storm conditions are expected over portions of the western and central Azores today. Gaston is expected to produce heavy rainfall over the western and central Azores. This rainfall may result in landslides and areas of flooding. Gaston is expected to become post-tropical before this video is released to the wild. The 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time Friday advisory on Tropical Storm Hermine shows that it continues to move slowly northward and potentially weakening back to a depression by late tonight or early Sunday morning. Rainfall totals of 2 to 6 inches over the Canary Islands through this weekend is possible due to the combination of a mid-latitude trough and moisture from the cyclone. This rainfall could cause some flash flooding in areas of higher terrain. And finally, showers and thunderstorms remain disorganized in association with a broad area of low pressure located several hundred miles west-southwest of the Cabo Verde Islands. Despite unfavorable upper-level winds, some slow development of this system is possible over the next several days, while it drifts northwestward or northward over the central tropical Atlantic. The National Hurricane Center gives it a low chance of becoming a depression within the next 5 days. That will do it for today's video. We'll have notes on the blog throughout the day. Bill Murray will have your next video out tomorrow morning. I'm meteorologist Scott Martin. Have a great day, stay safe, and God bless.
Sinking driveway? Call Alabama Professional Services. Settling patio? Call APS. Uneven pool deck? Call APS. Collapsing stoop? Call APS. Cracking sidewalk? That's right, call APS. It's a fact. Concrete problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call APS. Call Alabama Professional Services today.